Welcome. We are going to talk today about essential oils as natural healthcare alternatives, and I'm very passionate about this subject, so I'm excited to visit with you today. I want to introduce myself. My name is Sherri Vreeman. I'm in the upper left-hand corner there with my husband, Joel. We celebrated our 30-year anniversary last month. Very blessed. We have had the wonderful, wonderful opportunity to raise 3 children. Our oldest is Dr. Chelsea Axe. She's the blonde on the right of our Christmas picture. And then we've got Brooke, our beautiful brunette, on the left, and our wonderful son, Noah, who is behind. Noah's a baseball player, so we're very proud of him. He's going on to play some college baseball. So again, a lot of athletics in our family. We're always looking to be healthy and strong, and we're very competitive. We like the edge. And we're also very, very blessed to have joined our family Dr. Josh Axe, who is behind on the right there of our Christmas photo, my oldest daughter's husband. So this is our happy family. Again, we love to be together. We're very close. And most of the time, whatever we're doing, we are outside, and a lot of times we're competing. So let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Josh and his influence in our lives. We've always tried to make healthy choices from the knowledge that we had. But Josh coming into our life, along with my oldest daughter, Dr. Chelsea, going through chiropractic school, really amplified the truth of health and opened our eyes to so many things, and we're very, very thankful. So right now, Josh and Chelsea actually have the privilege of running one of the top 10 health websites in the world at draxe.com. So I'd encourage you to check that out. They've got great recipes, great information, wonderful research. Again, so much wonderful support and encouragement for us on a daily basis that we can really implement to bring change in our health. He's been on Dr. Oz a number of times, just released his book, Eat Dirt, which is fabulous. So I encourage you to check that out. And it was through Dr. Josh's encouragement and introduction that we have moved into using essential oils really on a daily basis. So let's talk about why consider natural alternatives, why look at essential oils. Change takes time. Many people think, oh, it's just an added cost. Why do we really need to consider something different? Well, let's just look at a few stats. 43% of the children in the United States have chronic illness. That means they are into the doctor's office over and over and over again. And that's not even talking about some of the weight issues we have as far as obesity. You're over half of our country's children dealing with these challenges. In 2011, 6.4 million children between the ages of 4 and 17 were diagnosed with ADHD. We all know somebody who's dealing with a challenge like this and looking for support. It's frustrating. If you look back 50, 75 years ago, we just didn't have our children being diagnosed with adult diseases, and the times have really changed. So we need to pay attention to what's different and if we can have any control over supporting our health differently. 5% of the United States is the world's population. I found that to be really interesting because when I think of the United States, I think we're big. I feel big. We feel strong. We feel influential, and yet we're only 5% of the world. And we consume 75% of the world's prescription drugs. So what that tells us is as a country, we are really focused on a lot of symptom management and that we use a lot of drugs compared to the rest of the world. We need to consider true health and preventative health, preventative maintenance, preventative health care. And I believe that considering natural alternatives can be very supportive when we're talking about our body. More than 70% of our food here in the United States is filled with preservatives and additives. Most people on a daily basis are eating out of a bag, out of a can, out of a box, and the nutrition is just not there. We are finding that the nutrients in our even fresh food is nothing like it was compared to our grandparents' day. So for even those who are eating a very clean, healthy, maybe organic diet, still the nutrient base is not what it used to be. So it is still much more difficult to get that fuel that our body needs. So these are some really important statistics to consider when we talk about why natural alternatives and why making any sort of change. Well, I want to talk today and focus today on essential oils. And the company that we've chosen to come alongside and get our essential oils from is doTERRA. So why doTERRA? And why now? And why does it matter? Well, let's talk about a few of those questions. doTERRA was birthed really mission-based. They decided before they ever grew this company, which is about 7.5, 8 years old now, that they had a mission. They were going to steward these oils, that they needed to be available to every home as the first line of defense. They needed to be affordable, and there needed to be accountability so that there was a promise that these oils were going to be 100% pure. You see, in our country, there is no FDA regulation when it comes to essential oils. It's very misleading the way things are packaged. You can have 10% of an oil in a bottle, and you can fill it with synthetics and fillers and preservatives and things that are actually toxic for your system, and it can be labeled 100% natural, 100% pure. Very, very difficult to discern that in the stores. Not right, not fair, but it is the way it is. So how can we have this certainty that when we go to essential oil, to choose an essential oil, that it is what it says it is? So when doTERRA birthed, when they began, because their mission was exactly that, they said, since a standard doesn't exist, we're going to create one. So they've created CPTG, and this is one of the reasons I choose doTERRA, and Dr. Josh has chosen doTERRA. That is because they are certified pure, therapeutic grade. Now, our competitors will say that's for marketing purposes, and there's no such thing. Well, it's not a governmental standard. No. This is a standard that doTERRA created from the beginning because one didn't exist. And we hold ourselves accountable to it through outside testing. So we go outside of our company so that accountability is in place to guarantee that every batch of oil is certified pure and has that potential for that therapeutic response in the body. Very, very important. Anything you put onto your skin, anything you take into your body, going into your system and directly affecting your health. So super important. Something else that doTERRA did that was very mission-based and I love is their co-impact sourcing. They knew that they wanted to bring the world's finest, most effective, powerful essential oils to us. In order to do that, they felt very strongly that they needed to go into the world wherever these oils happen to be thriving, indigenously growing, in their natural habitat, where God birthed them to grow. I live in Minnesota. I love having a little garden. We don't have a long summer, so I love having a little garden as long as I can. And I have lavender that I grow in my garden, and I always joke that I've got to sing to my lavender to get it to grow. The environment is not super, super conducive here. You go to Provence, France, and lavender thrives. You can't stop it from growing. It's a completely different lavender. So the source plant, say lavender, from where it thrives, it's a different animal at the end of the process. doTERRA certifies all of their oils pure, so we know that there's no toxics, no synthetics, there's no pesticides, there's no chemicals, there's no fillers, but they also test for specific chemical constituents. That plant, that oil has to look a certain way under that microscope in order to be used by doTERRA because they want the greatest potential for therapeutic value. So when you source that plant from where it grows indigenously, it's very, very specific. Now going into the world and sourcing plants, how do you do that? Well, we co-impact source. And what that means is we go to these areas of the world where these plants are growing and we partner with a people group in that area. And it has led us to third world people groups where we have had this privilege of working and partnering together to change their life and to then in return change our life. We are both impacted through the power of sourcing these oils. We're able to go in, rent land, pay people a very good wage, bring an economy, bring blessing, bring life into that area. We've had the privilege of bringing clean water, shelter, food, education into areas that otherwise didn't have access to it. And as we've partnered with these people to meet their needs, now they are sourcing oils according to our standards. And we have this beautiful oil on our end, this precious oil, and we are impacted. And we don't run out of oils because the world is growing them where the world wants to. So it's very unlike owning a field and growing it on a field, and that's your limit of oil, and it's specific to that region. So that was a choice doTERRA made in the very beginning. We are completely debt-free. We are a billion-dollar company. We could own land and plant oils if we chose to do that, but that's not their mission. That wasn't their vision. So why doTERRA? Well, mission-based, around the world, indigenous sourcing, co-impact sourcing, and outside accountability and guarantee that your oil is going to be CPTG, certified pure, therapeutic grade. Let's talk briefly before we talk a little more about oils about what I like to call the wellness lifestyle pyramid, because for you, your family, and for you to be really healthy, it's going to take more than rubbing an oil on. I wish it was that easy. I always say, I wish I could get on the treadmill once and I would be good to go, because I don't personally like the treadmill. But I know that consistency is super important, and I need to get on that treadmill 4 to 5 times a week if I really want to see the change in my body. If I want to see stamina grow, if I want to see, my muscles stronger and my heart grow stronger, I have to exercise regularly. Well, with any natural alternative or solution, consistency is going to be key. We want to eat right, fuel your body right. You need to get the right food, the right fuel into your system so your body has that energy. Your body's made miraculously. It knows what it wants to do. It's always striving to be stronger and moving towards that place of health. So we're looking to support our body with these different parts of the health pyramid as well as with our oils. So eat right, fuel the body correctly, remove interferences. I am sure there's something we're all eating or drinking every day that is interfering with our health, interfering with what our body's trying to do. I used to be a Diet Pepsi girl. That was what I loved. I thought it got me through my day. I thought it made me happy. I drank Diet Pepsi for a long, long time. And when I finally realized and admitted to myself that this was a really severe interference to what I wanted as my end result, I needed to do something about it. And it was a controllable I could control. So I did do that, and I've been off Diet Pepsi for about 2.5 years, and I'm feeling fabulous. I turned 52 this year. I'm feeling strong and healthy. I know it was an interference, so that was a personal thing I had to move through. You know what? Exercising, super important. Eating right, super important. Getting the good rest, the good sleep you need. That's when your body works to recover. Managing your stress. We know that stress is killing people. We need to read a book, take a walk, breathe deep, laugh, enjoy relationships. We have got to have joy. We've got to remove ourselves from those stressful situations. I know a lot of us have jobs or education and kids or all of those things. And stress is just, it's a part of our life. But if we can recognize it and we can manage it better, just remove some of the things that we have the choice to and make sure that every day we're loving life and connecting with people, that will make a difference. Reduce your toxic load. Again, controlling controllables. We can control those things in our home, in our environment. The products we're cleaning with, we can make sure that they're toxic-free, that we're not spraying. Many people are spraying air fresheners into the air. They're absolutely horrific for the respiratory system and the body. So you don't want to clean your air that way with toxic products or your countertops or your floors. There's chemicals that are actually leaking into your home through carpet and upholstery, and we are surrounded by toxics. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed by that, but I want you to be encouraged today because we can change our environment at home. We can help make it a safe place that our families can come home to and our bodies can rest and recover. So we can control the toxicity in our homes. Informed healthcare, proactive healthcare, medical care. Our country is working hard to fix a broken medical care system. We're all praying and believing for the best. But my opinion is it's better to just be healthy. It's better to support your health and make really good choices so that you don't have to struggle with some of those poor end results. So today we're going to talk about some key things that you can do to really cover that health. And one of them is at the heart and soul of your nutrition, and that's getting on a really good multivitamin. I love the Long Life Vitality vitamins from doTERRA. Dr. Josh has told me, yes, this is a great vitamin, Sherri. This works. Be on it. It's a whole food multivitamin and mineral package. It's got all of our omegas, 3, 6, 9 fatty acids, and 9 essential oils that they work as carriers to bring these into our system, supporting energy, focus, relief, and well-being. I hear testimony after testimony about these vitamins. I kid you not. Everybody in my family is on the Long Life Vitality. It is something that we do every day, every month of every year. and it's been a fantastic foundation for us. You know, I joke a lot about my kids, Dr. Josh and Dr. Chelsea, being very, very healthy and being perfect eaters, because they really are. Everything has purpose that they do that comes into their body, and they take more supplements and vitamins than anybody I know. And I asked them once about that. I'm like, you eat so healthy and so clean, but all of the supplements. And they just said, you know what? With the nutritional decline in our food today, we do make the good choices. We are removing interferences, but we still need that good multivitamin. So I would encourage you today to try the Long Life Vitality for 3 months. 120 days is about what it takes for your red blood cells to recycle. So if you're going to bring something new into your life, do it for 3 or 4 months. Give it a chance to really, really produce, and see if you don't have more energy and just an incredible response. We love the vitamins. You know, essential oils, as we begin to talk about them a little bit more, I want you to know this is not a new thing. I just talked to somebody the other day who's never heard of essential oils, but they've been around forever. You know, 3,500 years before Christ, the Egyptians were using essential oils. They were using plant extracts for health, for their cosmetics, and for religious purposes. We see throughout the Bible many oils referred to in the ceremonies throughout God's Word. Hippocrates, he was the father of modern medicine. He used plants with his patients. He used essential oils. Most of us know the story of baby Jesus, that those 3 kings from afar brought gifts to the Christ child, to this newborn king. Very interesting to me that they brought gold and 2 essential oils, frankincense and myrrh. We've kind of passed over that, but when you really give that thought, they understood the great value in these oils, that they would come alongside gold to be presented to a king. So we need to pay attention. What is that value we've missed? And on to, throughout history, really 2008, when doTERRA really birthed their company and began to partner with growers around the world to produce these potent, beautiful, precious oils. And now we have over 3 million people. It says 2 million on the slide, but we have over 3 million families using oils now as a way of life. So what exactly is an oil? Is an essential oil? Well, here's a picture of an oil sac under a microscope. If you were to ever run your finger along a plant leaf, rosemary or peppermint, or and you pinched it and you smell your fingers and you smell the fragrance, you popped the oil sac. And that is what this is. It really simply is nature's defense mechanism for plants and cells. These are pure extracts that come from the plant, and they're very highly concentrated. We love herbs. We use herbs in our family's health, but the power of an essential oil is 50 to 70 times more than an herb. So think about that for a second. When we use essential oils, they are powerful. And on that note, I want to tell you that a dose of essential oil is between 1 and 3 drops. You start slowly with oils. It is not like the standard American, the more is better, by far. So these oils are going to last you, and they're going to go a long ways if you use them correctly. And when you do, you find the value is there. Anybody who says to me, oh, I know that essential oils are expensive, Sherri, I think, well, you're not using them correctly, because they're pennies per use. An essential oil is extremely powerful, and it's extremely effective, and this is why. They work at the cellular level, and they protect cells, and they can pass through the cell membrane to wherever a threat is, and they recognize that threat. So whether the body is being challenged within a cell or outside of a cell, essential oils are these powerful nutrients that penetrate through that membrane, and they fight against the threats. So your body recognizes it because it's natural, and it's got intelligence to it, so it knows what it's doing. Let's talk about how we can use essential oils. There's actually 4 ways, because many people today are doing the DIYs, the do-it-yourself recipes, and that's a fabulous way to know exactly what's in your products. Remember, anything you put on your skin is going into your system. Super important that you can pronounce the ingredients and what you're applying to your skin, and it's super important that you're good with putting it into your system and that you know it's not an interference. Work with the body. So topically, we can apply oils to troubled areas, any area of concern. That essential oil is in the bloodstream within 30 seconds. What a powerful truth. Within 30 seconds, it's working within the system. You can dilute essential oils with fractionated coconut oil or coconut oil from your kitchen. Just put it in your hand. It's hard. It's going to soften up from the warmth of your hand, and you can put your essential oils into that, dilute it down, and cover a larger area of the body topically. It's a fabulous way to use your essential oils, and it doesn't lessen the effect of all of that oil. If somebody's elderly, a young child, maybe overly sensitive, I say always start with diluting your oils in a fractionated coconut oil or even an olive oil, and start in the bottom of your feet. It's a very powerful way to use your essential oils, and your whole system is nourished. So these are fantastic, fantastic gifts. Aromatically, one of my favorite ways to use my oils, because it's so easy, I use a diffuser, so it's diffusing into our air, our essential oil of choice. No more burning candles, no more spraying sprays. I'm taking back the environment of my home and our air quality. I'm actually bringing an essential oil into the air and the respiratory system of my family that's going to support their overall health. So I love aromatherapy. I love using my diffuser. We are not morning people here at our home, so we diffuse peppermint. It is energizing, and it's clean. It's fantastic. You know what peppermint toothpaste is like, or a peppermint drop in your mouth? It really gets you going. And so it's our favorite choice in the morning. And so is lavender in the evenings to support that relaxation and that mood management. So I use our diffuser and aromatherapy very on purpose in our home. In the evening, if we need respiratory support, we will choose specific oils to support a healthy respiratory system while we sleep. And how fabulous is that? You can actually crack the top off of a bottle of oil, breathe it straight in, and receive all of the aromatic physiological benefits. So it is really that simple. I fly a lot. I travel a lot with teaching about oils, and I carry peppermint with me and digest them, which is our digestive blend, because I like to support my tummy when I'm in these planes and in these cars driving a long time, and all I have to do is take the lid off and breathe it, and it's a fabulous support. So internal, let's touch on this. You're going to find a lot of contrary information online as you Google, can you take oils internally? And most aromatherapists will tell you no. I want to tell you today the science is there, that you can take oils internally. The science is there. doTERRA is a science-based company. We have the world's most renowned scientists on staff. But, and this is the big but, when taking an oil internally, you have to have a guarantee of purity. So no, I wouldn't take an oil I bought at the grocery store, or even the health food store for that matter. I personally would not. I am not going to take an oil internally, ingest it into my body, if I do not know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is a pure oil. So I have that confidence in doTERRA, so my family uses our oils internally according to protocol. We will add 2 drops to a little shot of water. We'll do that maybe 3 or 4 times a day, depending on our health goal. We will put a drop under our tongue. We will put it into a little gel cap. That's a fabulous way to use your oils. Put them in a gel cap. So more than one way to use them internally or for oral health, but we want to do it according to protocol, and we want to make sure it is an oil that is determined to be used for internal purposes. Tree oils, no, we're not going to take those internally. Certain oils are for internal use and certain oils are not. Now, we are very serious about education at doTERRA. I love that their goal is to, yes, introduce you to these oils, but make sure that you have the background, the information to be confident in how to use them. So once you decide to make these a part of your lifestyle, we want to connect with you and help you make a personal protocol so you know which oils are going to be effective for your family, where you want to start, how you're going to use them, a daily plan, because that's what's going to bring you success. Okay. Let's talk about oils. My favorite part, lavender. We're going to cover just maybe half a dozen or so oils today. I want you to know this as we start talking about lavender. There are an enormous amount of oils. They're all beautiful, precious, fabulous, comprehensive, and yet specific. And so I don't want you to be overwhelmed. People will finish a class and they'll say, wow, I had no idea. Don't be overwhelmed. Be excited. Be excited that in nature we have all this opportunity to address challenges and support our body. And we are going to help you oil by oil, step by step, figure out what's right for you. So lavender, it's sourced from Provence, like I mentioned earlier, from France. Soothes occasional skin irritations, wonderful for soothing emotions, supporting restful sleep. Most of us are pretty familiar with lavender. I use it in my bath in the evenings. I'll actually put a drop of lavender on my pillow. I love to diffuse it, but I like it right there where I can breathe it strong. It is one of my favorites. So we use lavender all the time. I will even use lavender internally for seasonal support, seasonal challenge support. So that's an awesome, awesome way to use your lavender. It's very, very affordable, pennies per drop. What I love about all the essential oils is they are your first line of defense at home. So having them available immediately is huge. It is so empowering that when somebody in my family is a challenge, a need, a concern, I can grab my oils and I can address it right then, right there. We don't have to move. So very, very important that it's immediate attention. Also, we're addressing problems versus masking symptoms. Symptom management is not going to help me a week from now, a year from now, as far as supporting my overall health and getting me to my goal. So we definitely want to address symptoms. We want to support the body as the body is moving forward in that as well. Relatively nothing negative with the proper use of essential oils. So that's another fabulous truth. Peppermint's another one of our favorite oils. I mentioned we like to use this in the morning to get us going. I use it while I travel. My son, who's an athlete, he doesn't do Red Bull. He doesn't do these synthetic stir you up, get you your system all revved up and then crash. He doesn't use those. So he likes to be healthy in the way he supports his body. And peppermint's fabulous. So use it on the bottom of his feet. He will breathe it in. Definitely promotes clear breathing. Promotes a healthy respiratory function, which is awesome. If he's going to go out and he's going to compete, that peppermint's just so energizing. It relieves feelings of tension. I definitely will use it for reducing occasional bloating and gas and indigestion. So peppermint's fabulous. We'll use it for oral health, supporting our oral health. We'll use it for mouthwash. We'll use it for freshening our breath. We don't chew gum anymore. We love our peppermint. Here's a wonderful stat. When you look at herbs and you look at oils, like we spoke of earlier, you take 1 drop of peppermint oil, which is going to cost about 8 cents. It is going to equal 28 cups of peppermint tea. So that shows you how 50 to 70 times more powerful than an herb, an oil can be. There's your comparison right there. Very affordable, pennies per drop, and so much more effective or powerful, maybe I want to say, than herbs. Herbs are fabulous too. Melaleuca. We get our Melaleuca from Australia, and it's renowned for its cleansing or rejuvenating effect on the skin, promotes overall healthy immune function. So if somebody has a challenged immune system or home, many times we will go to Melaleuca to support a healthy system. We'll diffuse it. We'll use it topically. We will use it internally. Definitely protects against environmental and seasonal threats. My son is a catcher. He wears a lot of gear that we can't wash. He also was a hockey player. A lot of gear that you can't wash. If any of you have boys that play these kinds of sports, you know that they have bags that when you open up, you know, it can bring tears to your eyes because of the smell. And so I have him open those bags in our garage and air them out, but it doesn't help the smell. So I now take my Melaleuca and I will spray. I'll lightly spray his gear. And that Melaleuca, I know, is going to work to support that cleansing. And I can feel good about my son re-wearing those masks and those things that he's constantly sweating in. And I can feel good about, supporting him as best I can. Love the Melaleuca. Also, I clean my bathroom with Melaleuca. I clean with all my essential oils. Melaleuca, lemon, and On Guard. Bergamot for mirrors, but I would say Melaleuca, lemon, and On Guard are my favorites for cleaning. I know Dr. Josh has had some great cleaning recipes that he's got, but fabulous for toxic-free cleaning. I use my Melaleuca all the time. Frankincense. Our frankincense is sourced in Somalia. It's a resin from a tree. Frankincense is a precious, precious oil. It's called the king of oils. So when in doubt, we say use frankincense. It's that comprehensive. I do add it to moisturizers and lotion to support my skin and rejuvenate my skin. Again, being in my 50s, I really care, and I'm trying to hang on and do the right things. And I absolutely am in love with my frankincense. I use it on a daily basis. I use a drop under my tongue in the morning and the evening to support an overall healthy hormonal system. Definitely promotes healthy immune function at the cellular level. So we are big consumers of frankincense. And frankincense is one of your more precious, expensive oils, but the value is so great you will find when you start implementing this daily in your life that the value is there. I don't think twice about using my frankincense. I don't by any means conserve it because it is so fabulously effective. And for supporting overall healthy cellular function, it is so, so important that we do that these days. So this is, again, a wonderful, empowering way that we can take back. Quickly, there are different grades of essential oils. We show you that here on the left. There's a synthetic that you're going to find in chemical-based fragrances and smells. Most people who will say, ooh, I don't do smells, I don't think I can do oils, I will say, there's a good chance that what you've been smelling, what bothers you is sick, even if it's been an essential oil bottle from the store. Very, very good possibilities. So crack open a bottle of doTERRA. Get a sample. The person that invited you to this webinar or class tonight, ask them if you can smell, if you could get a sample of doTERRA. I would be real surprised if you didn't find a very different experience. With food, cooking extracts and flavorings, you know what? We can use some essential oils at times in there, but they're not going to have that therapeutic grade. There's no real value for your system. Therapeutic is it's a term that's unregulated. It's very misleading, like we talked about earlier. You can have marginal benefits from an oil if you've got a little bit of pure oil in there, but what you really want to seek out is a company that you have that guaranteed purity. So it's the world's highest quality, and it's verified safe for all ages and all uses. Very, very important. Let's talk about lemon. I clean my kitchen with lemon. I diffuse lemon. I am trying to drink my quota of water every day, and I get bored by about 3 in the afternoon. So I do a couple drops of lemon. I'm supporting overall detoxification of my system, healthy respiratory function, definitely diffuse it to promote a positive mood. It's just a happy smell. I love coming into a room that's got true lemon, true essential oil lemon, very cleansing and purifying to the air and any surface you'd use it on. And it naturally cleanses the body and aids in digestion. So you can see here it can be used aromatically, topically, internally. I bake and I cook with my lemon. It is fabulous. Breathe Easy. This is our respiratory blend. One of my favorite blends. Anytime there's a respiratory support that's needed, we diffuse Breathe, or we will put a couple drops into some coconut oil. We'll rub it on our chest or the bottom of our feet. It's a wonderful soothing sensation. It definitely helps with a healthy night, restful sleep. One of my favorites is floral leaf, eucalyptus, peppermint, melaleuca, some lemon in there. Kind of hot, kind of minty, but a fabulous, fabulous support for respiratory challenges. Deep Blue is our soothing blend. Again, I mentioned we are an athletic family, very competitive. So we apply Deep Blue all the time to muscles, to joints, before we work out, after we work out, or play a game. Definitely use it for deep tissue massage. For those types of supporting those, say you worked in the yard, your lower back's bugging you a little bit, supporting the body after that kind of putting out, this is going to be your go-to. This Deep Blue comes in an oil, it comes in a roller ball, and it comes in a rub. So our family each has their own tube of rub, and Noah has one in his gym bag. The Deep Blue polyphenol complex, which is in the bottle there, the tabs, that is not the same as the Deep Blue oil. That is internal use Deep Blue. It's different, but it's fabulously effective. So if you are looking for this kind of support consistently, check out that Deep Blue polyphenol complex. It is one of our family's favorite as well. But topically, you're going to use the Deep Blue rub. Digestin is our digestive blend. Again, I do travel with this oil. It's one of my favorites. I'll add a drop or two to water or to tea just to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. But it's wonderful for helping to reduce bloating, gas, that occasional indigestion that you get, especially if you do travel like I do, or in a car for long periods of time. I keep Digestin on hand. It's a very fast-acting oil. Again, it can be used aromatically, topically, or internally. One of my favorites. On Guard. I would say On Guard, our protective blend, has been so effective. You can see how it's been turned into a whole line of products. There was a cry for that because this blend of cinnamon and clove, it's fabulous as far as the smell, but it is powerful when it comes to how it supports the body. This is your extremely effective alternative to synthetic choices for immune support. All right? This is going to be your option for immune support. I diffuse this, especially in the wintertime when our house is shut and people have different challenges, just to support overall immune health. We use this topically. We use this internally. We have the protective blend gel, soft gels. We use the toothpaste. We use the hand soap. We use the laundry soap. At this point, everything I use is oil-based because of the support it offers and because it's toxic-free. I love it. But if you go to any station in my home right now, you're going to wash your hands with this blend. This is going to be the soap you leave. It does not strip the natural oils that your body puts on your hands to protect naturally. It definitely supports the body's natural antioxidant defenses and is a huge support for that healthy immune function. So I clean with my On Guard. I clean just about everything with my On Guard. I love it. But it also is something we use aromatically, internally, and topically on a daily basis. Slim and Sassy. Here's a way you can support that exercise step on our little healthy pyramid. This is our metabolic support. So it's going to help support a healthy metabolism, help your body nutritionally break down petrochemicals, definitely helps with managing hunger cravings. You can use it internally, and you can even use it topically to target areas where you're wanting to just maintain healthy weight and manage. So 3 to 5 drops in a little bit of water, 3, 4, 5 times a day, absolutely wonderful for metabolic support. I like to just touch on the fact that we have a line of emotional aromatherapy oils that have been designed specifically in the labs to counteract the chemical release that happens in the body when we have an emotion. You know what? Emotions are not just feelings, and they're not just in our head. They are a chemical release that happens in the body. There's a physiological change. One thing I love about doTERRA being a science company is they are in the labs, and they are looking at the core challenges and how to support the body. So I want to encourage you. There are some wonderful emotional focused classes and webinars you can check out. If you're looking for emotional support, you're going to want to check out this line of oils blended specifically to counteract the physiological chemical release in the body and support us through emotional times. It doesn't change the situation, but it's a wonderful support for some of the things we have to walk through. I added this picture of some of our co-impact sourcing friends and family because it's important, and it's at the heart and soul of doTERRA and our oils. This is what our oils look like, where they come from, how they grow, and who's involved. When you're a part of doTERRA, you're a part of changing the world, and that's not a marketing slogan. That is the truth. And you can find that out by digging even just to the surface of doTERRA. This is a very different culture. We are very, very for the world growing in life, in meeting their needs, in having relief, in having opportunity, and being blessed, and having hope. And so I love our co-impact sourcing. It's beautiful. The end result is beautiful. Check it out on YouTube. Look for a couple of our different oils. Just Google them at YouTube, and you'll see the depths of what goes into as far as our co-impact sourcing. You know, some of our oils literally need to be processed within 2 hours of the time they're harvested to have the therapeutic grade potential that doTERRA requires. To have those chemical constituents intact, being processed within 2 hours of being harvested, that's very, very specific. It's very, very costly. But the crazy thing is doTERRA, because the mission was immediate at their birthing, they found a way to do this. So how can you get these incredible natural solutions into your home at the best value or affordably because of what it takes to produce these? There's 3 ways you can purchase. You can easily purchase doTERRA at retail. You can just buy them from somebody you know is involved. You can go online and buy them. But I highly suggest that you don't do it that way. Most people don't because it's so easy to have your wholesale membership. It's like Sam's Club. It's like Costco. You enroll with a wholesale membership, and for a year, you get 25% off, a fourth of the price off of retail. And there's nothing more required. You can order in the privacy of your home, right there on a computer. It comes right to your home, as little or as much as you want. It's freedom. It's an awesome opportunity, and I believe wholeheartedly in it. Now, if you want to be involved more, if you want to be involved in a program called the Loyalty Rewards Program, they set this up at the very beginning because they want that affordability and they want to reward consistency. Again, understanding that consistency is going to bring the change, they knew that people were going to have to invest. They were going to have to invest their finances and their time and their energy into getting these into their home and changing some things to support their health. So how do we make it easier for them? Well, you see across the bottom, we've got this 1 to 3 months, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and on with the 10% to 30%. Well, I quickly just want to give you the heart of Loyalty Rewards, and what that program is. Completely optional, so never required. But it's an opportunity for you to purchase monthly and to, from that consistency, be rewarded with a percentage of what you spend back in free dollars to respend. So very much like a frequent flyers mile program maybe that you would have, I have, where you spend each month and you earn a percentage back. And if you do that for 12 months, You will top out at 30%. I have done that. I've seen a fabulous increase in our health, and now I'm at 30% back. So I buy all of my products at 25% off of retail. I get 30% back of every order I place in free dollars to respend. So at this point in time, I can't buy cheap, non-quality, toxic, cheap stuff for what I buy my pure, non-toxic, oil-based products for. Now, it took me a year to grow to 30%. Absolutely. Was it worth it? Absolutely. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're thinking, you know what, I do want to make this a lifestyle, I do believe, I want to talk to you guys about this, sit down with who invited you or contact me, and let's talk about how your family should start and get you a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan. So this is on purpose. You need to stop spending money on toxic products and maybe even on some of the supplements or vitamins you're taking that aren't the best quality, and get them from yourself through doTERRA and start earning 10, 20, 30% back. It's an absolutely incredible opportunity, but optional. Let me show you a couple kit choices. When you enroll at doTERRA, I suggest you start with an oil kit. If you have a family and you're looking for a lifestyle change, you're going to make an investment here, but it is so worth it. This is a Natural Solutions kit. It's going to start you actually at 15% back if you want to use and purchase monthly. If you don't want to, that's okay. But you get a slew of these oils. You get the vitamins, you get an incredible 7-hour diffuser, you get the rub, you get the hand soap, you get face wash, you get the enzymes, you get a number of products I didn't even touch on that are fabulous. You get the Woman's Monthly Blend Health Support. This is a fabulous kit. They will also give you 100 product credits, which is really like $100 free to respend a month later if you choose to do the Loyalty Rewards program. So talk to your inviter about the details of this kit. It is $550. That is an investment, I know. It's actually $63 and change less than the wholesale enrollment. And so what you're actually getting is less than wholesale. So bang for your buck, a kit is going to be your strongest way to start, and we want to help you do that on purpose. Here are some of the other kits that are fabulous. I'll tell you what, my favorite kit really is the Home Essential Kit, right there in the middle of your screen, because it comes with a diffuser. This is a 4-hour diffuser, so it's a starter diffuser, but it is awesome, and you get all of the main oils except the Slim and Sassy that we talked about today. This, to me, is the first line of defense oils for your home, and this also includes oregano. So getting this kit of oils really gets you started with managing just about any challenge that you're going to look to support on a daily basis. It's $275, so an investment, but it's affordable, and it's actually $50 plus below wholesale. So your initial enrolling into doTERRA, they're going to give you even a better buy price break on oils when you come in. So this is an awesome kit. If you want to focus on emotional aromatherapy or the athlete's kit, you can do that. You can check out these kits above. The Family Physician Kit, awesome kit as well. This is the least expensive kit that we offer at $150. The same oils as in the Home Essential Kit, but you only get 5 milliliter bottles. And I failed to mention that on the Home Essential Kit. Those are 15 mil bottles, 250 drops per bottle, and 1 to 3 drops would equal a dose. So you can do the math there about how long that's going to last you. It's a very good start to oils. Now, the Family Physician Kit is awesome, but just know that you're only going to get a 5 milliliter bottle. It's more of a starter kit. And if you have a spouse, a friend, a family, parent, someone you love, you want to share with, your best bet, bang for the buck, definitely is going to be the Home Essential Kit. So these are your enrollment options with doTERRA. I do want to say this because I want people to really have all the information. You can get a wholesale membership like at Sam's Club for $35. $35, you can go buy it wholesale, what you want, when you want. You're in. You're a member. You have the privileges. You just don't get oils with that money. And I really believe that if you're going to make this a part of your lifestyle, starting with the oil kit is the smartest decision, and they waive that $35. So you don't even pay that. You get all oils for your investment, for your money, and that makes sense to me. So let us help you find the best way for you to start. And if it is at $35, that's awesome. The most important thing is that you start, but we want to help you know how to use your oils, know how to implement them, bring you information. That equals confidence. That equals change. And that's our heart and soul, and that's what we're passionate about, is we want to see you reach those health goals. Simply fill out the form that probably is in front of you or was emailed to you. If you didn't get this form, contact your inviter. They're going to help you do this either online or on paper. Very, very simple to choose your kit. In 2 to 5 days, it's going to come to you. And then we want to connect with you. We're going to connect you to a 21-day drip so that you get some consistent feeding on oils from the very beginning. Do not be overwhelmed. Be excited. We do this together. We're passionate about going together and passing this from family to family, supporting our lives and the people that we love, their lives, with natural alternatives and solutions, and really, really reaching our health goals. So thanks for joining me today, guys. I know it was a lot of information. Reach out to who invited you. You can sure email me at essentialscoach@gmail.com. I'd love to hear any questions or any comments you have. Appreciate your time. Go be blessed, and I encourage you to get healthy.